Welcome to today's lecture on formatting text and paragraphs in Microsoft Word. The Home tab, here you can see, is where most of your basic formatting happens. It's the first thing you see when you open a Word document, and it contains the tools you will use the most. Whether you are writing a research paper, a report, or even a resume, understanding how to properly format text and paragraphs will make your work clear, professional, and easy to read. Think about it. When you read a well structured document, you barely notice the formatting. But when something is off, like weird spacing, inconsistent fonts, or messy alignment, it immediately stands out. Good formatting ensures your message is understood without distractions. In this lecture, we will understand the core formatting features found in the Home tab. Objectives of this lecture. By the end of this session, you will be able to change font styles, sizes, and colors to improve readability, adjust text alignment and paragraph spacing for structured formatting, apply indentation and line spacing for a professional document layout. Changing font styles and sizes. The font group in the Home tab, here you can see this font group, controls how your text looks. This includes the font type, size, boldness, and special effects like underlining and highlighting. Like you can see all of these in here. Choosing the right font. Microsoft Word provides many fonts, but for professional or academic works, it's best to stick with clear, readable fonts like Times New Roman, Arial, or Calibri. Here you can see Calibri has already been selected, but we have Times New Roman as well, like you can search it. Alright, and the text will be changed into Times New Roman. The next formal font is Arial, and we'll click on that, and the text will be changed into this specific font. Adjusting font size. When you open a new document file, like in here, you can see the default size is usually 11 or 12 points. Alright, but you can increase or decrease it using the font size drop down or increase or decrease font size button. For example, we'll go to the file that we were working on, and here is the buttons that can be used to increase or decrease the sizes of the font, and here's a drop down menu where we can select any of these according to our requirement. For example, I just want to keep it to 18. So this is how you can adjust font size accordingly. Applying bold, italics, or underlines. These styles help emphasize words or headings. You just have to select the text that where you want to apply the effect on. For example, I just want to bold this text instead of all the text. We'll just go to the bold, alright, or you can press Ctrl plus B as well, and the text we have selected will be bold, but the text we have not selected has been normal. Alright, now let's implement the next effect as italic. For example, I just want to implement the italic effect on this text instead of all the text. So we'll just go to the font family, and here is the option called italic, but you can use Ctrl plus I as well to italic the text that we have already selected. Here you can see the text has been tilted a little bit. And the other effect is underline. For example, I just want to underline this text, specific text that to be underlined. So we'll just select the text and go to the font family, and here you can see a little underline under the U, which shows that the text will be underlined. But you should remember that you can implement these effects if you select the text before doing all that. So we'll just select the text and go to the font family, press this U, underlined, or you can use Ctrl plus U to underline the text, and just will click on that. Here you can see a line has been placed under the text we already selected. So this is how these effects can be used in our document file. Changing text color or highlighting. The font color button allows you to change text color, but for readability, stick to black or dark colors for body text. For example, I just want to change the text color of this text, alright, and we'll just go to this font family, and here you can see this asks us to change the font color. For example, I just want to go with this blue one, alright, dark blue. Click on that, and here you can see the text has been changed to a specific color that we really wanted it to be, but as this just implemented on the text we already selected. Alright, so this is how we can change the color of a font or a text in our document file. Highlight tool. It can be useful For reviewing documents or emphasizing key points. For example, I just want to highlight this text and we'll go to this font family area, and here is the option that of which color we want it to be highlighted. For example, I just want it to be yellow one. We'll click on that. Here you can see the word has been highlighted that was selected to be highlighted for. So this is how color and highlighter used in Microsoft Word. Adjusting text alignment. Text alignment controls how your text is positioned on the page. The paragraph group in the Home tab gives you 4 alignment options. So to implement text alignment, we have another file in here and a paragraph written. But here you can see this paragraph is not aligned properly or is not written in a formal way. The paragraph group in the Home tab gives you 4 alignment options. For example, left align, center align, right align, and justify. Left align the default for most documents. It keeps text aligned to the left margin. Here you can see it has been left aligned. But if I just want it to be center aligned, we'll just select the text and go to the center line. Here you can see the text has been aligned centered. And to implement it to right align, we'll just go in here. Here you can see it has been aligned right. But if we use justify, this one, it adjusts text so both sides are even, commonly used in magazines, newspapers, and formal documents. For example, you can see it seems a little formal as both sides are even, right and left as well. So this is how text can be aligned. When choosing alignment, consider readability. Justified text looks polished but can create uneven spacing if not used carefully. Line spacing and paragraph spacing. Spacing plays a crucial role in making a document look professional. Line spacing controls the space between lines of text, while paragraph spacing controls the space between separate paragraphs. Here you can see there is an option called line and paragraph spacing. We'll click on that. And here you can see it gives us different options to implement any of these. We'll just go with the 2. But before that, we'll just have to select the text. Alright, as you can see, it didn't implement on that. So I just have to select the text and click on that. So here you can see 1.5 looks a little thinner, 2 a little wider, 2.5 a little more wider, and 3 looks even more wider. But it doesn't look very nice, so we'll just have to keep things very formal. For that, we can use 1.5 for a formal paragraph. Adjusting paragraph spacing. Instead of pressing enter multiple times to create space, adjust paragraph spacing through add space before paragraph. Alright, we'll just have to go in here. Here you can see is an option called add space before paragraph. Here you can see if we just enter and a specific space will be created as per our requirement. This ensures consistent spacing throughout your document, making it easier to read and edit. Indentation and first line indents. Indentation helps organize paragraphs by controlling how far text is moved from the margin. You can adjust this using the increase indent and decrease indent buttons in the paragraph group. Alright, here you can see this is called decrease indent and to increase indent, which moves the paragraph further away from the margin. For example, if we just select this text, alright, and we just click on increase, here you can see the space on the right has been increased, but it looks a little more informal, and let's say I just want to decrease the indent. We'll click on that and it is on the normal position, but if we decrease a little more, alright, so as it is the margin and it cannot be go back, so this is how indentation works in a Microsoft Word. Using indentation properly keeps your document organized and visually structured without excessive spaces or tabs.